Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this and see how we're doing. This is we'll just do a overfly of the exterior of it. One thing you could do on the front of this, if you didn't like that front gable, I don't like water over my garage doors if I can help it. So this is a throw-on gable, which is probably the cheapest way of diverting water off of your garage doors. That you could take that whole thing off of there and have it just slope down and rain gutter over that, but let's do a quick overview of the thing and review it. I think this right here wing at 24 with the 2 bedrooms is going to be too tight. As we start looking at that, I think we're going to either have to bump the wing out more. I've got a 24 by 12 wing on this side for the 2 bedrooms. I think that's going to be too tight in there, especially with the trying to get a handicap accessible. We have to go over 5 foot in the bathtub. So I'm going to continue flying around the outside of this just so we can see kind of what's happening with the back master bath and master bedroom wall. Make sure that that's kind of what we're looking at. We got half of this back here covered and half of it not covered. I didn't know if we wanted to have access out of this bedroom onto that covered area. I put the access for the right now with the sliding patio door, as well as I thought you guys might want to have one for out of your master. So let's fly around here a little bit more. I'll finish the Brody on the backside. We'll probably have to put some windows in this. You guys might want some 6 foot wide by 1 or 2 foot tall transom windows or something just to bring in some light. And I'll go ahead and I can fly in the house and we'll go take a look at it and see. So this middle section we can work with, but we have this corridor area that's between the garage and the house and then the entry. I want to make sure that we leave enough for our entry so that we're not crowding it too much. And as far as double bumping this in the front, I could probably meet both these end walls in the center so we didn't have that offset if we were concerned with that. I didn't know if this would be the way we would want to keep this particular door here with the potential so that we could open it up. This may not be what we were after though. So we'll go ahead and we can deal with that when we get there. If this is going to be the look we want for that, the ability for us to open that. So, and if that is the case, maybe we'll use different type of doors, barns or something. But yeah, this particular area is going to be a little bit tight in here. We'll have to decide how we want to address both these wings that are to the right and left, that being the 2 bedrooms over here. Then here is the kitchen dining nook. I don't know if you'll want any of these overheads windows. I went ahead and I started with the 812. You'll look at the whole place. We've got it at a 512 on the whole building with 812 left to right. That seems to be pretty good, the left to right. And I matched this little, I call these a lay-on gable, but it's, they put a valley gable on top of this truss system. They can frame that pretty inexpensively, diverting the water over that. So with that 812 on the out, to save cost, you could probably go with the scissor truss underneath here. That would give you a 512 for this inside vault right here. I mean, typically you could drop that outer pitch down and maybe drop this down. Some people want to go with the 812 out, 812 in, and put trapezoid windows. I know we're trying to keep the cost down, so I won't get into that too much. We'll handle it. This little hallway, I'm not sure what we want to do with that, but it's in the plan, and it might be something we can work out. But it's the little alleyway down into the master bedroom area, and we'll have to get into the details of how we want to do this bathroom. It's going to be a little bit tough to successfully put a handicap master bath in this area without some type of work on it. So let me take and go into an overview. We'll do this dollhouse real quick. See if this gets us a little bit of an overview of it. We got our mechanical in the back there. We can put it on either side as we get into this. I know it's going to be pretty tight on this side of this door. So for your entry closet, we might do something here because we don't have much for an entry closet. I was thinking I might be able to bring this wall here down and bring it in. That way this would be the door for your entry closet if that's what needed to be. But I wanted to ask you guys, what was it about this plan that you liked, and if this nailed it? Because you had an entry door and an access through here as well. We can do that. I just thought it'd be nice once you're in the building not to break the envelope to get into the garage. If you didn't have to break your vapor barrier or to walk and let the cold air in. So either way, whether we need a door here or not. So let's see what else we got here. Here is just kind of a quick look at the floor plan with the washer and dryer here. I didn't go into too much detail, like I said. It's pretty tight here with 3.0 doors. I need to clean that up. It looks like I threw a couple doors that aren't quite 3.0 there, but we'll clean that up. The kitchen, totally up to you guys. But the only vaults that I got in here are this core area, and I went with the 512 under a 812 flat in all the bedrooms as well as the garage. And I've got 9 foot everywhere. I can't remember whether you said 8 foot or not. For some reason, I was going to try to go 9 here and keep the sides at 8 foot, but it seems to me it was at 9 foot, so I can go in and correct this wing here. Kind of shows in that wing over there that I've got it at 8 feet, and then it steps up to 9 feet over here. So we'll zero in where we want a 9 foot throughout the house, garage and house. So we're 9 foot here. And over here, we've got 8 foot. And I was doing that just to have this center section here up away from it. When you're looking at the front of the house, they just look better. If you've got this, if you've got your 812 that runs front to back, you've got a little bit taller. It looks better when it breaks away right there. So I was going to lift it up, but honestly, we're probably going to run this at a 9 foot. This will all be 9 foot. So let's see what else we've got going here. Here's the layout sheets. Pretty simple. I just threw some stuff in there that we can chew on. One of the pages is going to, of course, be a couple 3Ds for the front and the back on the page 1. Okay, it's going a little bit slow for me. Let's see. I'll drip in here. Try to get a little closer. It's killing my computer. All right, looks like it's catching up. Here we go. So here's page 1. And if I can get the thing rolling, go to page 2. Okay, here is your front and back elevations. Okay, and we might go with some other type of pilasters there. You might want to do different windows. I've got up front, I've got you some 12 foot by 8 window, or 12 by 8. We might have to go 7 on these or get special hardware since we're only 9 in the garage. Usually they want 1.5 foot, and we don't have enough for our garage door operator unless we were to do some type of vault in the garage, keeping we wanted to go with the 8 foot tall. I think these will have to go to 7 tall. Any of the windows here that you want to change, we could. I've got looks like a 5 foot patio slider. And then these just scissor trusses out here that would carry out from the existing house. So that same vault would carry out through your covered patio in the back. Let's see, we've got here's your exterior right and left elevations. And let's see, patio door coming out from the master. Let's see what we got here. Okay, just a generic footprint. I need to put some dimensions on that. Great, I didn't put any in there, so let's go here and I've got one here that shows us some pretty good dims here from the outside. This gives you kind of an idea how we're doing that. 62 overall on our width, and the depth looks like the building itself is 30 or 42 with 28 for the garage, an additional 14 for the master. Okay, let's see what we got here. We want to go look at the layout again. Okay, we've got dimensions on there now. Okay, let's cruise on through the next page I stuck in there. I've got I went ahead and put a dollhouse in here just so you guys could cruise in and take a look at that. Let's go to the next one. It's going to be basically my footprint underneath of the floor plan. I can see where you guys have some handwritten in information here. So let's get together and kind of review what this meant and what I know we got a gas fireplace there and the doors probably for this access. So you guys can kind of, now we got this far, coach me through these other details and maybe how we want to do this access from the master into this corridor. So next page I've got in there is just a foundation plan, which I've got more to work on. Couple section views just showing like the garage from front to back, left to right. And then here's going through the bedrooms. I got to get that back up to 9 foot or drop the whole thing down to 8 over here for the heights. Let's see what we've got going here. Okay, here's a roof plan. And then the square foot. I sent a estimate over. Basically, the way I usually do it is $1.50 a square on the living and $1.75 on the garages and covered area. So the covered porches and that are included in that. And then this, I don't bill for anything that's not under or not covered with the roof. So there's the square foot. So right now we're at about 1,135 and interior living, and you're at 824 for your garage. So I think we're going to have to go bigger over here in this area. I don't know how we're going to be able to make that work. This is a quick shot of the building on the lot, and then I'll go into detail on this over here. Let's take a look at I think this next page will do it. Yeah, these rooms here, if you look at this page right here, you'll see where it's got the square footage of each building. The 150, for instance, this master bedroom's got 158 square feet. So each room kind of helps us decide what we want to do. And we're only 100 square feet. These are going to be pretty small rooms. So let's take a look at that. Let me know what you think on it. Let's see if I can get a different view in there. I could probably grab this floor plan, do overview, and then we'll close it with the exterior 3D fly around, and then you guys will have to make all the decisions. Okay, let's get rid of this fancy camera. All right, here we go. All right. Let's see, we probably want to take and use it with once in the glass house, and we're going to call it a day and send this over to you guys. Alrighty, guys. we'll call that a day. I'll get this over to you, and I look forward to meeting up with you guys. See what this looks like. Let's see. Bam, and we're done.